Hi there, Dr. Gary on the road. We sell dental practices nationwide. We are dental practice brokers. Today's topic is, what does the buyer or seller of a dental practice sacrifice when they kill a deal and walk away? Let's get into that. I've been doing the dental practice brokerage for 13 years now, and I have some things to share. I was a dentist for 25 years also. So I guess I've learned a few things, but I'll never be the smartest guy in the room. I'm always learning. Every deal is different. Every contract is different. Every negotiation is different. Every landlord is different. Everything is always different. So we'll talk about this today. As you know, we're in 28 states now. We have 10 employees and 2 CPA accountants also. We're here to help you and to serve you. Buyer or seller, just call us. Our phone number is 201-663-0935. Our website is dentalpracticeguide.com or Nationwide Dental Practice Brokers. So we're always here to listen and hear what you have to say and share information with you. And we also do the appraisal of the dental practice, too, if you want an idea. We can always give a short, quick appraisal of the marketplace that you're in. And it varies around the country based on different criteria. Now, our phone number is 201-663-0935. Our website is dentalpracticeguide.com or nationwidedentalpracticebrokers.com. So give us a call. We'll talk to you. We'll be happy to chat with you every day. We're available too. The information you're about to hear today, this is only for entertainment. It's not legal or business advice. Everything is our opinions only. All right? If you're thinking about going to a DSO or selling to them, we can help you because we work with them all the time. We know what's hot, what's not, who's having financial troubles, which ones you will have trouble with in the future, whose stock has now gone down to zero. We're in early summer of 2023, plus a couple other DSOs couldn't get funding, which was unheard of in the last 2 years, but it's happening now. So they will often pay our commission, so there's no commission to you. And when you work with us, we could often get your legal fees reimbursed upon successful closing based on criteria. So give us a call, and we'll help you with that. So today's topic, let's talk about this, is what are you sacrificing as a buyer or a seller when something is not right from the deal and you decide to walk away? Nobody plans or analyzes the ramifications of walking away. What's your financial loss? What are you losing? What are you sacrificing when you walk away? Well, there's quite a bit that you're not taking into consideration. That I could tell you. Example, we have one buyer now that's not happy about the rent, and every deal has a problem. No matter what it is, there's always a problem. So this buyer is not happy about the rent. It's a little too high, the cash flow, based on the percentage of the gross. Oh, the rent's too high. Yeah, but why don't you look where you're going to be in 3 years? We think you're going to do 25% better the first year. All of a sudden, the percentage the rent is to the gross is not so bad anymore. All right? So you should be considering that as a buyer. Then as a buyer, what are you going to do? Let's say you're in an area there aren't many practices available. You're not getting your numbers. You have the comfort, you think, of going back to working for where you were working before because of your high salary, which is great until you get disabled. You get disabled on a Friday afternoon. How much money do you think you're going to make at your high-paying job on Monday? Think about it. You're going down to zero. If you owned a practice, on Monday morning, got disabled. On Friday, you call your buddies to come into work. Temporary dentist, the practice keeps going. You have overhead insurance. You have disability insurance. That will kick in. But you keep the practice going. The equity is still there. When you work for somebody else, you get zero equity. You must analyze as a buyer, what are you sacrificing? And the small dollars you're arguing over now, what's it going to look like in 3 years? Because you're probably going to go up 20% the first year based on national average. So the numbers you're fooling around with, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, what does it matter? Because you're going to make the money back. Yes, you can bring your accountant in, says it doesn't cash flow. Accountant gives your opinion, and the accountant goes back to his office where he's self-employed and continues to work. He loses nothing when he tells you to walk away from the deal. But you lose that deal. And you got to start all over again in your search for, let's call it, the perfect practice. You lose that opportunity to be self-employed. You will work for somebody else and you'll work on their dream instead of yours. You got it? You're working on their dream instead of your dream. Your dream, you're building equity. Your dream, you have legitimate tax write-offs that you could utilize. And therefore bring your net profit up higher. Because if you work for somebody else, chances are you are not getting, you're getting a W-2. You're not getting a 1099, chances are. So you got to be aware of this. What you're sacrificing, put it on paper, analyze it. Sometimes if you close a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks earlier, I got one deal now, he's $4,200 net profit a week. And he's screwing around. Well, this is, with like $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 on like a $700,000 deal. He's doing the calculations. I said, all you got to do is close 2 or 3 weeks earlier, and you're making $4,200 net profit per week. And you're screwing around for $20,000. It doesn't matter. As one attorney once told me, you'll make the difference up, even if you call it overpay. Well, that is based on the fact that the national average for a young practitioner turning a practice around is about 20% higher. Somewhere, that's just on an average. It's not guaranteed that you're going to make that, but it's a national average. And you just got to believe in yourself. The failure of a dental office is like 0.25%. Nobody fails. One of the largest dental banks, I think it was in 22, had 3 or 4 failures out of 1.2 billion in dental transactions. Think about it. 3 or 4 failures. And I think those failures were mental health problems, drugs and alcohol. I think the other fellow or gal took a PPO, fee-for-service practice, which was like 70% PPO, and converted it to fee-for-service overnight, dropped all the insurances overnight. I don't think that's too bright, okay? You don't do that. So you could ease out of it and become fee-for-service, but you have to do your marketing and advertising. You got to do that. And you as a seller, you're walking away. You don't think you're getting enough money. You think, I'll just work another year. What is going to happen? I'll tell you what's going to happen. Same thing can happen on March 4th, 2020, when I kept pushing for the deal to be closed, and they closed it. I, of course, was pushing. And what happened on March 11th, 2020? The world shut down, right? The world shut down. So it was a big problem. Could you have predicted that as a seller? No. But that seller that I pushed on March 4th to close, and then the world shut down on March 11th, he thanks me about twice a year, every year. He says, you put that together. We got in under the wire. I said, oh, yeah, you bet that. So you can't predict the future. You, as a seller, can get disabled. You may not have all the money you need to retire, but isn't it better to have 85% or 80% or 75% of the money than take the chance? Protect your principal. Who's to say you're going to get another buyer that's so great that you enjoy working with, or that they're going to give you so much more money? Maybe your practice is worth what the last 3 buyers have been offering to pay for it. Maybe that's the answer, and you're holding out for more money. And you say to me, hey, I have no problem. I can keep working. Yes, it's 35 years, and you're guaranteed to work 36 years, right? You got it all figured out. I'm working 36 years. 35 years has been fine. I'll work 36. If you could say that to me, please let me know. I'll buy 2 tickets to Vegas. You and I go out there, because you can now predict the future. And I like to be at the roulette table and hang out with a guy that can predict the future, or a gal. I haven't met anybody yet like that. You can't. It's like you get out when you're close to on top, and you may not have everything you need. Pick up a side job or a part-time job, or do something to, fund more of your retirement. That's my suggestion. You, of course, have to speak to your professionals about this and so forth. I've just seen too many buyers and sellers walk away when they were so close because something wasn't perfect. Somebody didn't think they were getting a better deal. Walk away, and it led to nightmare. A nightmare. I've seen this happen so many times. I just can't tell you. You can't predict the future. Buyer you can't predict, seller you can't predict. Sell it now. If it appears to be a fair deal, appears to be in your wheelhouse, get rid of it. Believe me, I just see what goes on every day, and I try to stress to the doctors, you as a buyer can make the difference up in a short period of time of what you're wasting your time now fighting. And you as the seller, maybe your practice is only worth the fair market value that somebody's going to give you. Maybe that's it. I know you think it's worth more money. I know you bought the CAT scan 2 years ago and you want to get the money back. But maybe because you had the CAT scan, that induced the buyer to purchase your dental practice. Maybe that's what did it. All right? So please take this into consideration. Before you walk away, figure out on paper, what do I have to gain? What do I have to lose? All right? I got that buyer in my hand ready to close the deal. I got the seller in my hand ready to close the deal. Move on it. Do not screw around hoping for the next deal will be better. Okay? It's very hard to get that. There's a lot of moving parts in these deals. There's about 11 moving parts. Buyers, seller, buyer's attorney, seller's attorney, buyer's accountant, seller's accountant, bank attorney, landlord attorney. That's all the moving parts. And yeah, things do go wrong. And you're trying to put the whole thing together. So just listen to us. I think we have enough experience to share from you. All right? We got a beautiful day here in Jersey. It's actually warm finally, and we are heading soon to the beach. I can't wait. All right, team. Now, if you like this, give a click on that subscribe button, and we'll be happy to send you these videos as they come out. The list we have of all practices for sale comes out every 4 to 6 weeks. You should get that list. It's not the same as the internet. Internet runs behind. This list is more accurate. You sign in on disclosures, no charge, and we'll get it to you, and you'll see just what's available. Okay? And you could study that. Well, thank you so much for listening to us today, and we are on it. All right? Great talking to you guys. Bye.